Yam HaMelech, Dead Sea, Part 2. So the Gemara in Menachos, Daf Chaf, draws a hekesh, a connection between a Kohen who brings the korbanos, who facilitates the bringing of the korbanos, and melech, salt, on every korban. Just like a Kohen has to bring a korban and facilitates the korban, so too, every korban has to have melech. So what is the connection between a Kohen facilitating a korban, and an individual korban has salt on it, brings out the taste of that korban? What is the connection? So my Rabbi, Rav Moshe Shapira Zatzal, says that what is salt? Salt is mashbiach. Salt brings out the taste of something. So salt brings out the taste of the peas, of the soup, of the food that you are salting, and therefore it's mashbiach. It makes it shavach. It makes it more. It makes it better. It brings out the natural or dormant taste of the food and makes it taste better. It brings out the best in the food. So too a korban. A korban brings out the best in myself. A korban makes me grow. The purpose of a korban is that I should come closer to Hashem. I should be mashbiach myself. I should become a better person. I should come closer to Hashem. If it's a korban asham, it's a korban chatas, I made a mistake, therefore I have to improve my behavior, improve myself. And therefore this is the idea that the combination or the connection between a korban, that a korban causes me to become better, and salt causes the food to become better. That's the underpinning or connection between these two ideas. Now, when we have a mashbiach, when we ourselves are growing, then that makes the Dead Sea a life-giving experience. When we see salt, the Dead Sea salt, as an experience of salt bringing out the best in somebody, then that gives chiyus. And that's the idea that the Dead Sea makes somebody float. It makes somebody alive. It causes them not to drown because you float in the Dead Sea. That's if you use the concept of the Dead Sea and the salt as being mashbiach, bringing out the best in somebody, using salt as something which brings out the taste of food, bringing out the idea that you have to be mashbiach yourself to become better. And that corresponds to the idea of a korban, of becoming a better person, becoming closer to Hashem. Then that's the proper use of salt. That's the life-giving, the chiyus in the Dead Sea, that it gives us an ability to float, to be alive, to give us chiyus. What's the opposite? The opposite of the Dead Sea is using salt for self-sufficiency, for self-aggrandizement, for self-sufficiency and self-interest. Who was the person who symbolized that kind of idea? That was Esav. Esav went to his father Yitzchak and said, Abba, should I give meiser on salt? What a very frum question. What a very religious question to ask. Should I give tithe on salt? As if to say, I give tithes on my charity money. I give tithes by give meiser of the 10% of what I earn to give to charity. I give meiser of my behemoths, my animals that I've collected or that I've earned or that I've purchased. I give meiser on bikurim. I give the truma to the Kohen. I give meiser rishon to the Levi. I give meiser ani. And I want to know, how far does this meiser that I give should it go? Should it mean also that I should give meiser on salt? What was he saying? Says Rav Moshe, what he was saying is, salt is the mashbiach. Salt is the thing which brings out. You know what he said to his father Yitzchak? I am salt. I am the mashbiach. I am the mechuyav hametzius. I am reality. I create the betterness in the world. I create reality in the world. I am the creator of the universe. I am the mechuyav hametzius. I am the source of reality. And therefore this idea of giving meiser on salt was facetious. He was saying, I am salt. I don't have to give meiser on salt. You know why? Because I am salt. I am that which brings out the world. And therefore he was saying that I am the source of the world. I am source of reality. That's called death. That's called the Dead Sea. If you look at salt as self-sufficiency, self-aggrandizement, that you are reality, you're the source of reality, that's why the Dead Sea has nothing growing in it. Because that's the view of salt as being something which is causing death to the fish, death to the animals. Why? Because you are everything and the rest of the world is nothing. That's the view of the death of the Dead Sea, which is the view of Esav. There are other opportunities of other ideas in the Torah that other people like Esav saw themselves as the mechuyav hametzius. Paro said, Ani ha'ye'oyer, I am the Nile, va'ani asisini, and I created it, which means I am God and I created the Nile. That the Nile was a god and that I, Pharaoh, am God because I created the Nile. Which means that that is a person who sees himself as self-sufficient, the creator of the universe, and that's the opposite of someone who's humble, someone who is mashbiach and wants to serve God and become a better person. That was Paro. Esav did the same thing. And therefore, when a person takes that attitude, then that's the attitude of the Dead Sea that you're seeing right behind me. The Dead Sea is encrusted with salt, encrusted and heavy with salt that causes death, that the fish die, and the plankton dies, and the algae dies, and everything in the Dead Sea